Welcome to the new RiverCityGamers Podcast, hosted by SCXCR and Unreal 007, as well as many other members from the RiverCityGamers website. Stay tuned for all the gaming news, new pickups, and everything else we feel like talking about on the RiverCityGamers Podcast. Hello everybody, and welcome to the RiverCityGamers Podcast. With your host this week, myself, Zero Master. It's your cue.
I thought Scott was first.
Scott's first.
We didn't say which order we were going to say our
God
names are.
damn it!
Fantastic start. SCXCR.
And Blonde Eye Gamer.
Unreal. And that's it.
And welcome to the first week back to the RiverCityGamers Podcast in, like, forever.
Well, like 2 years.
Yeah, it's been like 2 years, I think.
Yeah, and even then, we only made like one, maybe two podcasts. But
I think it was only two.
But we are actually going to try and make this a regular podcast for the website.
That's right. We're going to try and make it a bi-weekly thing, and we're going to have Scott and Unreal are going to be the regulars, the regular hosts.
Why are you using
and
my real name?
I'm sorry, SCXCR.
You fool!
It's your name's too fucking long. SCR and Unreal are going to be the regular hosts for the show, and the other two hosts will be shifting out every episode. And we're going to start off bi-weekly, and if things go smooth, we might move to weekly, just depending on everybody's work schedule and everything. So this is the new podcast. It's new and shiny and Krispy Kreme.
And it has a 30-day warranty.
So, let's not delay any further. Let's move into the gaming news with Unreal.
The gaming news, so Unreal.
All right, well, since Black Friday is coming up, I decided to go up and look up a bunch of Black Friday deals, mainly for gaming stuff. And for the most part, these are GameStop's Black Friday deals, and they've got quite a bit, actually. I'll just throw up some examples, like a 250 gigabyte hard drive Xbox 360 bundle with 3 free games, which is Skyrim, Forza 4, and Black Ops 2, for a total of $250. PlayStation 3 has a 250 gigabyte system with 5 free games: Infamous 1 and 2, and its expansion Festival of Blood, Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, and Uncharted 2, all for $199.97, or $200.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
I may have to get that.
Yeah, I mean, screw the Xbox, it's $50 more expensive.
I haven't
And
done the first two Infamous games yet, but yeah.
Plus, if you swap out Skyrim for Madden, that's basically the bro pack.
So at least the PS3 sounds pretty good. Scott, I recommend getting it if you have the cash.
Any Vita deals?
Yeah, but it's not good at all. The white PlayStation Vita featuring Assassin's Creed 3 Slave Edition for $200.
It's not called Slave Edition. What's it actually called?
It's Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation System Bundle. Well, you play as a female slave in that game.
Is that the only game they bundled with the Vita?
Yeah,
Nah.
because it was an actual bundle already, and they just said lower the price to $200, which is still too expensive for a Vita. Those are for consoles. I could just list other games, but a lot of them are pretty generic. But
Just list a couple that you think would be interesting.
I
okay,
think it would be a good deal.
Mortal Kombat for $15.
Oh, the Mortal Kombat 9? That
Yes.
sounds good. Yeah.
Little Big Planet karting for $30.
I think that just came out recently.
Yeah. A 3-month gold membership for the 360 for $12.49. A Turtle Beach headset for $40. And we've got, let's see, Diablo 3 for $40, StarCraft 2 for $30, and we also got some 3DS deals. Well, just one really. We've got limited edition Nintendo 3DS bundle, which comes with a downloadable version of Super Mario 3D Land. It's already installed into the 3DS according to this. And your choice of only one copy of 3 different Nintendogs games for $170.
Nintendogs!
How is it 3 different copies?
I don't know. They have 3 Nintendogs games. Maybe
Nintendogs and cats, and Nintendogs and horses, and Nintendogs and
Nintendogs Zoo. Nintendo. There you go.
Nintendo babies.
and Nintendog dogs and fish. I don't know.
And
Snoop Dogg.
this is great. $40 for a pre-owned Kinect sensor with Kinect Adventures. Nope, still too expensive for that.
Wait, is this the actual Kinect?
Yeah, the Kinect sensor is the Kinect.
That's the $40 for the game. That'd be a good price, brand new.
Didn't you say that was roughly the price you would be willing to pay for Kinect back at a Kineticon Zero?
If it was brand new for that price.
Getting things brand new.
Used price would be I wouldn't go higher than $25.
And
If you swapped out Kinect Adventures for like one of the Dance Central games, maybe I'd go for it, but still kind of pricey.
Yeah, because then you would still have to get Dance Central, which, well, Dance Central 1 probably wouldn't be expensive, but yeah.
I need my daily dose of Humpty Dance.
Well, just stick with your Michael Jackson Wii game in the meantime, I guess.
that's not good enough. We need more. And if you're interested in pre-owned stuff, buy 2, get 1 free on all pre-owned accessories and games. But wait, there's more! Call right now and we'll throw in some more deals for Black Friday.
Such as?
Well, on the PS3 and 360 multi-platform side of things, we've got Assassin's Creed 3 for $50, a whopping $10 off!
$10 off a new game, how about that?
Max Payne 3 for $20. Dragon's Dogma for $40. Arkham City Game of the Year with its fancy cover covered in shit for $20. Borderlands 2 for $40. The complete edition of Mortal Kombat for $20. Yes, there's a difference.
Wow. I might actually have to get that then.
And
Yeah, that sounds good too.
And for 3DS, we have only 2 games. Kingdom Hearts Triple D, or Dream Drop Distance, $20. And that Final Fantasy Rhythm game for $20.
I did play the demo of the Rhythm Final Fantasy game. I thought it was alright.
Wait, are these pre-owned games?
No.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, if it's that Mortal Kombat 9 collection, and it's a pre-owned version, it's like, yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah. And the Wii U, since it'll be out by the time Black Friday is, we've got Arkham City Armored Edition for $50. And I'm just going to assume that Wii U games are $60.
Yeah,
are
I think
they?
so.
I would imagine, yeah.
So that game, FIFA Soccer 13, Scribblenauts Unlimited are $10 lower for $50. And Game Party Champions for $30.
Oh, your favorite franchise.
Fuck you.
You
So
still
why
need
would
to,
you?
still need to review Game Party in Motion.
No. I am not spending $40 on a Kinect.
Still hasn't even done Game Party 2
I
or
wish
3.
I had found that game for cheap so I could have brought it to Kineticon.
No.
So you would have no reason to have backed out.
As if Steel
Oh,
Battalion
I have
wasn't
every
enough.
reason. I could kick you out of my home. I have every right. I just pulled up Amazon. Here's a couple of Amazon deals. In general, it's for the coming week, actually, starting with the 19th onward. The deals include, we've got Game Party in Motion for $10. You freaking happy? Operation Raccoon City for $20. No, way too expensive.
Bullshit!
Wow, that
You know
game
how much
dropped.
you can get that for on GameFly now?
Yeah, $8. $8 fucking dollars.
Truly is a great value, that game.
It's priced less than like a bunch of Madden titles.
Okay, they have Max Payne 3 for $15. And compared to... it's $5 less than GameStop one. But that's not counting, what's it called? Shipping and handling. GTA 4 Complete Edition, including both additional DLC episodes for $15. I may actually consider that.
That's pretty good, especially when Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to come out sometime next year.
Borderlands 1 for $15. Connect Star Wars for $25. And WWE 13 for $25.
Oh.
It's already half off. Or will be on Black Friday. Oh well.
How do you feel about that, Scott?
Indifferent.
Yeah. It's not like he's regretting his purchase, right? Right?
That section comes later.
Alright. And I'm just gonna pick one more game. Cabela Survival. Shadows of Katsumai.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! For $10. Including bears holding giant trees.
What is that?
Oh my god.
It's a hunting game, but that series kind of went really over the top.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Redneck fantasy.
The best kind of fantasy. Oh man. That's all I got for Amazon. If anything, GameStop has a lot more to offer, but it may be slightly a little more pricey by a little bit. But it's Black Friday. Just don't go to Walmart and get ran over, because last time that happened, yeah.
Roll the clip.
We're not gonna show it.
Play the audio.
You know someone died from that, Zero? Someone died by being trampled for Black Friday at Walmart.
Roll the
That
clip.
was a true story. I'm serious.
The point is that if you are going to go out and do some shopping in Black Friday, keep those deals in mind, but of course at the same time, be careful.
And
And
watch
if you
out
go
for
to
fucking
Walmart,
idiots.
wear body armor.
Oh, and one last thing, prepare to be robbed. I mean, kind of like a Call of Duty launch, you're prepared to get in a fight or get robbed. So, yeah. Be careful on Black Friday and don't go to Walmart, because you may die. Since it's getting near the end of a bunch of the console's life cycles at this point, like 360 and the Wii are going closer to the end. The Wii is obviously at its end at this point.
Mhm.
Decided to bring up a couple of total sales of hardware.
All right.
Let me just start with
So
the
far,
PlayStation
anything.
Vita.
Oh, starting from the ground and working your way up.
All right, for the PlayStation Vita, we have 3.2 million sold.
Mm.
And out of this entire percentage, I don't know what the percentages mean on what I'm looking at, but it says 12.7. That's pretty low.
Yeah, I mean, I think recently there was actually the Vita was actually sold at its lowest in Japan, and that the 3DS was outselling it like literally 47 times more than the Vita.
Thank God. 3DS is a better handheld.
Hypothetical question here. If Microsoft made a handheld system, do you think it would outperform the Vita in Japan?
I don't
No.
even think they would. I don't even think they would bother putting it out in Japan. They're just like, yeah, no one's gonna
Well,
buy it.
Microsoft wouldn't do that because all they have to do, honestly, all they have to do is release a Windows Phone that can keep up with PS Vita or 3DS. That's honestly all they have to do.
Yeah, but that's sort of like in a different line of handheld stuff. That's like along the lines of the iOS and Android phones, you know?
Well, it's hard to say though because the Android is killing the iPhone in Japan. So I mean,
Yeah, but the mobile market is kind of different compared to handheld consoles.
Yeah, but I think if they actually did try a handheld console, it would be just one of those things that Japanese people would look at it in the store window, point and laugh and go, "Sugoku okashi desu ne."
what is that in
Unless they try
English?
release.
Moving on.
What was that?
Moving
Unless
on.
they try to release some JRPG on it or something.
Those were the Vita sales. And here's the 3DS. 22.3 million.
I don't think landslide would suffice as that. Probably.
Oh, and keep in mind,
Enough.
these are global sales. I don't know if I could change it to, oh god, let's look at the Japan totals.
Oh,
1
no.
million in Japan for the Vita.
Jeez, the
1
3DS
million.
can't even see the Vita.
And
The Vita is John Cena to 3DS.
what's 3DS? CM Punk? Daniel Bryan?
Jason David Frank.
That's John Cena doesn't MMA. He only knows 5 moves. Yes. And in Japan, the 3DS is 8.1 million. So even then, holy
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Man, it is slamming it. Like,
And somehow the Vita's selling more in Europe than Japan and North America. For the Vita in North America, 0.9 million.
Well, Europe's used to getting no games sometimes, so
Yeah. Alright, back to global. So as you can tell, the 3DS is kicking ass. Like, a lot.
well, yeah. I mean, plus it's been out like almost a year before the Vita, so even with that, but even without the head start, it's like, yeah.
Yeah. So moving on to consoles, we got the PS3, which has sold a total of 68.3 million.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. And currently the Xbox 360, 70 million. So they are actually pretty close. in
Yeah,
terms
that's
of total
that's pretty damn close. I mean, a few years ago, PS3 was like slowly starting to catch up to the 360, but it's now come to that point where like 360 or the PS3 rather is like almost getting up back to where the sales are for the 360. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not which one will come out top.
When I eventually get a PS3, that'll put Sony over the top.
Yeah, it'll be like literally dead even, like on a big scale, and then Scott's just like, or SCR's just like, oh, I got my PS3 here. And then the scale turns over.
if you get a PS3, are you gonna have to get portable third?
We'll probably be playing the Wii U one when it comes out. So actually, Scott, are you going to look into that Black Friday deal for PS Triple? I mean, it comes with better games than the Xbox One, and it's cheaper too.
Yeah, Infinite and Uncharted, can't go wrong with that.
That and you've got a shit ton of space, 250 gigs. That's good.
Yeah, that's even way more than the PS3.
Way
I
more
got.
than mine too. Mine was like 80, and I'm like running out.
Mine's like 150.
So yeah, 360 and PS3 did pretty well. Now for the Nintendo Wii, 97 million.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not surprised.
No, it'll probably. I don't know if it'll break 100 million, but
Well, with the new console come out, I don't think the Wii's
yeah.
This
It's
could
just
be
like
the
with it's just like with the GameCube. By the GameCube's last year, it pretty much slowed down.
There's actually
So-
something too that my brother and his friend were talking about that actually makes a lot of sense. And I don't know how accurate this will be, but his friend works at a game store. I'm not sure which one he works at, but they were talking about how the Wii was really popular. And in fact, I think it outsold the NES, which is quite a feat considering how popular the NES was in the 80s. But a lot of people would buy a lot of people who aren't gamers, which is which was one of their biggest markets they were appealing to, would like buy it and then like put it in the closet and then like only bring it out for parties and stuff. So I think what we're gonna see is a lot less people buying the Wii U unless they're a gamer. I think that's why they're advertising to gamers. So this might be one of the last times Nintendo is totally on top, but who knows?
Yeah,
We'll just have
I
to
mean,
wait
it
and
comes
see.
it comes out tomorrow, and we still have quite a bit to see the sales figures. I mean, these are the final figures after how many years the Wii's been out?
6 almost.
So, yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow as of this recording, so this will be up probably by Monday, Tuesday. So
Yeah, we're like on the 17th, and the Wii U comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And just as a kind of a minor joke thingy, the total Japan sales for the 360, 1.6 million.
Yeah. When I did that Lost Odyssey parody, I did go to VG Charts as well to look up the sales for the 360 in Japan, and like even back when like when they had games like Lost Odyssey come out exclusively, and other games that they tried to make people actually buy it in Japan. It was only maybe a few 100,000 back then, and yeah, the number obviously didn't go up very much because Microsoft pretty much just gave up in Japan. I mean, even when stuff like Tales of the Vesperia came out, Tales is huge in Japan, so pretty much everyone had to cave in and get a 360. But then Namco released the PS3 version, and fans got really pissed.
So the real console war to talk about here is, in Japan, the 360 versus the Vita.
And Xbox.
Yeah, but at least the Vita is a Sony product, and they do like Sony in Japan, so the Vita already has an advantage.
They probably realized the handheld actually just sucks.
So if they want the 360 to be more successful in Japan, they should start making advertisements attacking the Vita.
Yes.
Even then, they'd be cautious because it's Xbox.
But they there aren't really any JRPGs left on the 360, at least not recently, so that wouldn't really work, because the only reason people even bought 360s in Japan was for the JRPGs that came out exclusively for it at the time. Even
Monster Hunter Frontier, the HD remake for 360, I don't even think that sold 360s either. That's pretty sad when Monster Hunter can't sell your console.
Like I said, I think Tales was the closest they got, but then they released the PS3 version afterwards, because I knew if they actually wanted, money and big sales like they usually get with their series, they need to put on the PS3.
For consoles, that's about it. Now, I'll just briefly cover global top sellers, and this is since November 10th of this year, meaning Black Ops 2 hasn't come out yet in this time frame. I'm just going to assume Black Ops 2 is on the top of the charts because Call of Duty, but as of November 10th, the top selling game was Halo 4 with over 3.5 million sales.
Well, that's not a big surprise. I mean, Halo is pretty much a big name.
Of course, it sold the most in the USA. Europe it hit number 1 with like over 700,000 copies.
And how did it sell in Japan?
First person shooters in Japan, good 1-0.
Just about 37,000 copies. Meanwhile, on the 3DS in Japan, Animal Crossing New Leaf got 641,000 sales.
Oh yeah, there is a new Animal Crossing coming out on the 3DS. Yeah.
It's not out in America because I'm not seeing
not yet. Yeah.
That's about it. Assassin's Creed 3 in the US, 202,000 sales for the 360 version, and a little bit less for PS3. And at least the Rayman game didn't come out at the same time.
Yeah, well, Rayman Legends is going to come out on the Wii U soon, so...
Next year.
Yeah, I know.
That's all I got.
Alright, so is that it for stats?
That's it for stats.
And news, I guess.
Yep.
Well, I got some news, actually. THQ is neck deep in their own shit.
Good!
Not really a big surprise, considering their financial status lately.
Well, yeah, their losses are now equal to about half of the money they have.
Holy crap.
This has caused them to delay a bunch of games, including South Park, The Stick of Truth, Darksiders 2, Company of Heroes 2, Metro: The Last Light. And now they're also being sued by a tattoo artist who claims that they ripped off some of his designs for UFC Undisputed 3.
Damn.
And just the cherry on top here, I actually brought up a stock market report of THQ shares. They're currently valued at $1.08 US. Compare this to a year ago when it was $20.
Wow.
Yeah. It'd take a miracle to like, for them not to get out of business.
Yeah, they're gonna have to like merge with EA or something.
Oh God.
Could you imagine?
EA, I imagine more.
Or Activision. Does Activision need to eat any more companies while they're at it?
I need to eat all the.
No, they just chew them and spit them out when they don't sell as much as Call of Duty. Like with the developers of Prototype 2.
Well, at least all I can say is THQ is are no longer in control of the Power Rangers game, so I'm happy.
Of course, that's the only thing you care about. But no, I mean, I don't play a lot of games published or made by THQ Studios, but it's still kind of sad to see like a game company like having this much trouble and possibly go under soon. Especially when there are still some games I wouldn't mind playing, like Darksiders 2 is probably one of the more recent ones, and I wouldn't mind playing the first Darksiders and then eventually getting Darksiders 2 because I've heard they are pretty good games. The only thing I probably even care about if they ever did was make another Evil Dead game, but like I said in my reviews, it's probably not going to happen.
But
generation's the best we could hope for.
Well, if they're still alive when the new movie comes out, they might make a tie-in game, but that's about it.
But I'd be lucky to get the South Park game out by then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hope they don't go under before the South Park game comes out because I want to play that.
Well, if they do go under, hopefully the South Park game can get another publisher because it is made by Obsidian, I think. So it's not like a studio owned by them or anything.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think. Anyway, I'm just assuming.
All I've gathered from this is that I need to go and find a U-Draw game tablet because apparently the release of that was a disaster and certainly didn't help this situation at all.
Oh God, I've seen those things around everywhere. They look terrible.
What about the WWE 13 though? I don't know how well it would sell for them, but
if they go down, the DLC's never coming. But unless it's character,
look that up real quick.
What the sales for WWE 13 so far?
Yeah, it's sold about 300,000 copies in the U.S.
That's not too bad. I mean, but it's not exactly gonna bring them back, over or anything. I imagine.
But anyways, is that all for the news this week?
I think that's about it.
Pretty much.
All right. So next on the docket, we've got upcoming releases. I think it is.
Upcoming and recent games, yeah.
Yeah, upcoming and recent games, and Blondie's gonna take care of that.
Okay, since this is the first podcast, or at least the first, revised or resurrected, whatever you want to call it, podcast, I am going to go back a little bit far for some of the more, high-profile games that have been released, but not too far. I'm only going to go back to like October 30th here. On October 30th, we've had Assassin's Creed 3, big name franchise, and I haven't played the Assassin's Creed games yet, but this is like the 5th Assassin's Creed game, even though it's 3. I know they had a couple of games in between, but as far as like going around killing dudes, it looks pretty cool. I know Unreal here is a fan of the series, and are you gonna get Assassin's Creed 3 eventually, or play it?
Yeah, but it may end up being next year. Because I'm on Revelations right now, and I want to cry a little bit.
Well, at least you're catching up with the series, unlike me, which I haven't even gotten around to the first game yet.
Me either.
Me neither.
Yeah.
We need Angel Halo here to talk about how awesome it is.
And then, of course, on October 30th, you had WWE 13, which SCR here has gotten and played and made several custom characters of us already.
Not uploaded to community creations yet.
More on that later. But
yeah. And on the PSN was Okami HD. Now, personally, Okami is one of my favorite games of like pretty much all time. So seeing that being on PSN with move support, so it's pretty much like a higher definition Wii version with PS3 move support. So if you never gotten into Okami either on the PS2 or Wii, I'd say that would be a good shot to try out the game there. It is $20, I believe, if I remember correctly. So going back to November, on November 6th, we've had, probably the biggest name game of this month recently is Halo 4. Now, I have played several of the Halo games, and in before overrated comments and all that, but I still enjoy the series overall, and I haven't gotten Halo 4 yet, but I am probably going to get Halo 4 probably around Christmas or something like that. Although, again, with Unreal, he has actually gotten Halo 4.
I got it at launch day. The line, oh god, that line.
At least it's not the Black Ops 2 line, I'm guessing.
Oh, where you could get robbed and beat up WWE style with a chair coming out of nowhere? There's a reason why I wasn't going to pre-order that game, because I knew there was going to be shit like that happening on that game's launch more than Halo.
Yeah. On the same day, we've had Harvest Moon on the 3DS, Little Big Planet Karting. And then on the 11th, this is another noteworthy game I would probably get around Christmas or my birthday or something, is Paper Mario Sticker Star for the 3DS.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh?
I've seen the game, and they completely ruined Paper Mario.
Paper Mario's ruined. What are you
pretty much, that's what I'm saying. The game
It doesn't look bad, Zero.
Well, I heard that the story's awful, and they butchered the battle system. Like, they completely butchered it. Like, basically, it makes more sense to run in that game than it is to battle. That's the game, right there.
I think the point of that game is really just to collect the stickers and all that stuff, rather than the story. I mean, the stories are pretty much the essential part of like the older games. I know, but for something that's more focused on fighting and collecting stickers and stuff, I mean,
that's the problem though. See, I'd be fine if the story sucked, but the combat sucks too. So I mean, I'll play it, but I'm just like, I'm not picking it up anytime soon.
Wait, what? Zero. You said it's a better idea to run away than to battle?
Yes.
So this is more Resident Evil than Resident Evil now?
Yes, apparently. Like, I've seen a couple of reviews and they all say the same thing. You're better off running away from battles because there's no reward for winning them. Pretty much.
Well, as a fan of the Paper Mario series, including Super Paper Mario, which I actually did like as well, despite its slight departure from the series there, in terms of going in favor of more side-scroller than RPG, I would still want to at least try out the game. I'll see for myself whether or not it's as good, or if it's not, or if Paper Mario is ruined.
Oh yeah. Like I wanna, like I'll try it, but like I have such low hopes for it. I had high hopes when they announced a new Paper Mario that went back to the original style, but they just it feels like they changed too much, and I'm probably not going to enjoy it.
I'm a bit more flexible when it comes to games like that, so I'll probably at least try it out.
Mm-hmm.
But I can understand like some diehard Paper Mario fans not quite getting into it, but I still want to at least check it out. And since I did recently get a 3DS, it gives me an excuse to get more 3DS games. So.
Mm-hmm.
Then of course on the 13th we've had, this, I don't know if you guys heard it, but Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Never heard of it.
It's kind of popular. Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2?
Sure, why not?
Do I get to play as
Call of Duty Black
And then you play as Carla Winslow, and what the fuck?
And then Steve Urkel shows up, and I'm like, what the fuck?
All I have to say about Black Ops 2 is it's close, but it's not Call of Duty Future Warfare yet. We still need that game.
Well, if you want Future Warfare, get Halo 4.
Well, nah.
Wait, Zero, you wanted Future Warfare?
I want to see what Call of Duty does with like 100 years in the future with jetpacks and robots. I want to see what they do with it.
Welcome to Black Ops 2!
It's not futuristic enough.
Well,
that's like saying Halo's not futuristic enough because they use bullets instead of lasers.
Humans still use bullets? Fucking scrub.
Anyways, continue, Blondie.
But yeah, I mean, I'm indifferent with Call of Duties because I've played a few of them, but it's not like, oh my god, I need to play this right away, you know, kind of thing.
I haven't liked one since World at War.
Okay, and then on the same day we've had Lego The Lord of the Rings, the video game.
Which, did you guys hear the thing about the demo discs?
Yeah, I was about to bring that up.
Yeah, someone fucked up there.
Fucking oops.
Yeah, they like launched the game with demo discs inside instead of the actual game.
I mean, I played Lego Star Wars and it's pretty fun, but it's getting kind of ridiculous on how many Lego adaptation games they're making.
There was another shipping problem like that too with Black Ops 2 on the PC, where like the second disc was a Mass Effect 2 disc.
Yeah, that made
How
no
did you
sense.
screw that up?
Maybe it was a misprint something or something like that
How do you
at a
misprint
factory.
from a different company that's owned by a different
It was probably maybe at the factory. I don't know.
Okay, so Activision and EA meet at the same factory and say, hey, we do print our games, let me go print it.
Yeah, they're both evil, mindless corporations, so it makes sense. The only thing that confuses me about making Lego Lord of the Rings is that the Lego guys don't have fingers, so a ring wouldn't really work for them.
Maybe they joke about it.
It's Lord of the Bracelets.
Yeah,
Lord of the Brass Knuckles.
Actually, yeah, they probably would make fun of it. The Lego games are known for its sense of humor. Okay, and on the 13th as well, we have Wonder Book. Remember that thing from E3 with Sony's press conference?
Oh, God. They actually released that.
Yeah,
Should we
that
put a
apparently
clip
came
of
out.
that here?
Only that one part. I thought this was audio only, no video.
Now kids everywhere can sit in front of their television in wonderment as they frustratingly try to open the book thing with their,
Turn the page.
with their move.
Turn the page. No, don't go back. No, turn the page.
Okay, but in all seriousness, I mean, it's obviously something marketed towards kids because, you know, Sony needs their, you know, kid demographic. So for something that, you know, with the Move and the iToy camera and just something for kids to just play with, I think it would be, you know, just a nice little novelty thing just to sort of get. But other than that, I mean,
All I'm saying is that there's going to be a lot of broken TVs.
as if the Wii already didn't already do that.
Yeah, true.
So with that pretty much covers games that recently came out within the past couple of weeks, as of today anyway. We still got several games coming out for the Wii U, of course, since that launches tomorrow, which we will get into pretty shortly. But until then, we shall move on to what games or games that we have played recently. Zero, do you want to start off with that?
Is this played recently or pickups?
Just, you know, games that we've picked up,
Okay.
basically. So, or played, whichever.
Okay, you want me to start off with that?
Well, you're the first on the list here, so why not?
All right. Well, I said this before in my reviews that I like dollar stores, and I got another dollar store game. At the same time, I was going to get games for my friends here at YomoCon. I grabbed Dance Factory for the PS2 for $1, actually $2, and apparently it works with any game or any CD. It can make a chart for any CD and use a dance pad. Unfortunately, I found out my brother got rid of his dance pad, so I haven't opened it yet. So I'm just waiting until we come across another dance pad, which, who knows? My brother could go on another DDR fiend, could become a DDR fiend again. And but recently, at this new swap shop in my town, I picked up a couple things. First of all, I got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater for the N64 in the box for like $7.
Not bad, yeah.
I got The Little Mermaid for NES for $5.
Why?
It's a good
Well,
game. It's a really good game.
It's actually not a bad game. It's a Capcom NES game, so I mean, it's really short and easy though. But you know, that's kind of what you expect for a game for little girls, I guess.
Okay, and I got Cardinal Sin for the PlayStation for about $5. It looks like a fighting game or something. I haven't tried it out yet. And then they had a buy 8 for $20 for PS2 games.
Glad we did you first, because you have a lot.
And I got Tony Hawk 3, Need for Speed Underground, Blood Rain, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, Tony Hawk's Underground, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, Gauntlet Dark Legacy, and X-Men Legends 2.
Oh, I was expecting a Tony Hawk Legacy or something.
Oh,
Now-
so you got what game is this too? Okay.
Yeah, I got, the reason I got so many Tony Hawk games is because I'm doing a retrospective on them soon, and I needed new copies because I'm missing, like, I tried looking for my other games. I don't know where they are. They might have gotten thrown out by accident. So I'm just like, $250 a game, not bad, so
Just don't lose those copies.
I'm not going to lose these ones. But that's recently what I got, other than what I got at Youmacon from Scott, which was the Power Ranger Samurai game, which actually got signed by, the booklet anyways, by Paul Schreier, the guy who plays Bulk in Power Rangers. And he gave me and Blondie State of Emergency.
Why did you sing it like that?
Because there's a song called State of Emergency.
Okay, well, I guess that would
And
make sense.
it's fun, but weird.
I haven't played that just yet.
Alright, so who's
Myself.
next?
Do one of you guys want to go, or?
Blondie, you're next on the list. We do.
Well, okay. In terms of like the most recent game that I've purchased, I've said earlier that I got a 3DS a while ago, or at least I did get a 3DS a while ago, and that I am trying to get more games for it. I'm still probably going to get Paper Mario Sticker Star, despite what Zero said. But the most recent game I got for the 3DS just a little while ago was Mario Kart 7. Now, I've played Mario Kart and pretty much have all the Mario Kart games ever since the very first one on the Super Nintendo, and I pretty much grew up with the whole series. So, and I have played it, and in terms of like what you expect in Mario Kart, it's quite good. And going back to Youmacon as well, there were a few games that were given to me as well by both Zero and SCR here. Zero Master gave me like a PC game that according to what it said on the case was like $2, and it's called Supreme Ruler 2020, and apparently it's also a gold edition, or just gold I guess. I have not played it, I have not installed it yet. It looks like a pretty much just a low budget real-time strategy game. And despite being a 2009 game, the system requirements are quite low, so it's obviously not gonna be an issue running the game or anything. It's made by Paradox Interactive. I guess
Oh, wow.
I could just wiki it later, I guess, to find out anything about this game, but yeah, I have not played this yet. Another game that was given me was like Zero said earlier, was State of Emergency. At least with me getting State of Emergency, it made a little bit more sense because I reviewed a game called Evil Dead Fistful of Boomstick, which was made by the same developers. It was made after State of Emergency, and I did reference that game in the review, so it makes a little bit of sense anyway.
Hey, I had 2 copies and I didn't want either of them.
Well,
Fair.
thank you. The game's not bad.
For what I've seen Zero play anyway, I've not played it myself.
I
Another
just
PS.
played it.
I remember playing it way back.
Yeah. Another game that was given me by this one was from SCR. It's I think it's called Way of the Samurai.
Oh.
And I don't know, I guess it looks okay. I haven't played it yet, but you know, it's a game. You play as a samurai, swords, stuff. Can't really go wrong, I guess.
Is that it?
I guess, unless you want me to talk about games that I also purchased at Youmacon.
Yeah, you can if you want.
Well, I guess I could quickly go through them. I basically just got 4 games at Youmacon. One was actually a game that I actually was trying to get for the system for quite a while, and that's the TurboGrafx 16 game. Now, TurboGrafx 16 is a pretty obscure console these days. Hell, I just find it was pretty much just was pretty lucky in my area, and Youmacon so far has been the only dealer where I was actually able to even find a vendor that sold these games. That's how kind of obscure these games are. What I got was a game called Ninja Spirit for the TurboGrafx 16, complete in the case and everything, for roughly around $20. It's basically a side-scroller. You play as a ninja. It's a little bit like Ninja Gaiden, but a bit more akin to Legend of Cage, where you can jump really high and you can switch between weapons and kill pretty much everything on screen and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty simple but fun game. A lot of TurboGrafx 16s are kind of like that. I also got for the Super Nintendo, Legend of the Mystical Ninja, or aka Going On, for the Super Nintendo. And it's a fun Konami game set in a sort of like Seto parody Japan kind of setting, and it's a very fun and charming game, and it's cooperative too. So it was fun to play that at Youmacon with the guys, because I actually did bring my Super Nintendo. And then for the NES, I actually found a game I didn't expect to find, and it was only $3 no less. It was Rad Racer 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, not many people don't even know that sequel really existed. You know.
Yeah, that was my reaction.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which I might actually use as a basis for a new review show I'm thinking about doing, where I basically talk about sequels of games that people may not have heard of or even knew they existed, like Rad Racer 2. Yeah. And there's one more game I got at Youmacon, but I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, Elite Beat Agents for $5.
Not bad for that game.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun rhythm-based game for the DS. Can't go wrong. So that about does it for games I got at Youmacon and recent games I picked up anyway.
All right, Scott's next, is he?
Yeah. I might as well go back to Youmacon too. There were a few games that were given to me by, Zero Master gave me a couple games I'm probably never going to play. Backyard Sports for the, what else system is this for? Game Boy Advance. Oh, it's got Ben Roethlisberger on the cover. Yeah, I'm definitely not playing this. And also Backyard Football, a game that's so old it has Dante Culpepper in a Vikings uniform on it. And from Blondie, I got Canada Hunt for the PC, which I'm assuming that you play as a guy who launches bagged milk at squirrels dressed like Mounties.
Sure, why not?
He's gonna be so disappointed when that's not what is in the game.
That needs to be a game.
It's pretty much just a hunting game I just found for like $5. I'm just like, what? I'm just like, I need to get you this just because. And we did play that one hunting game at Palladium at Anime North, so you know, I don't know.
Anyway, moving on. At Youmacon, I bought a few games. First of all, for the Dreamcast, I bought Silver, which I have no idea what it is.
That'll be fun to find out.
But I hadn't gotten a Dreamcast game in a while, and I've never heard of this one, so I like to explore new things. I also got The Fifth Element for PlayStation. One of 2 games that Bruce Willis ever voice acted in, so more so for collection's sake than anything else.
River City in Apocalypse, so you might as well.
Yeah.
Is Bruce Willis your waifu?
No.
Okay.
I think we all know who my waifu really is. Anyway, the last thing I got was...
Yes.
I completely missed what you said. Anyway.
Probably for the best.
The last thing I got was Kirby's Adventure for the NES.
Wow.
I was
For how much?
really surprised to find that one. Especially, it came with the Nintendo game sleeve thing that a bunch of NES games have. And
How much was it?
As far as recent purchases, really the only thing I've gotten is WWE 13, which has been alright and hilarious at the same time.
How much was the Kirby for? How much did you pay for it?
$10.
Not bad.
Yeah, he caught that. He caught that before I did. I'm just like, okay, that's yours. But yeah, how about them WWE 13?
Yeah,
I'm having
how's that
fun with
going?
it so far. I mean, there's problems with it. I'll admit right off the bat, there's sometimes where, like in Attitude Era, it asks you to do specific things, but it doesn't necessarily tell you how to do them. You just kind of have to trial and error your way through it. And there have also been some glitches I've encountered. Although, to be fair, 80% of the glitches I've encountered have been hilarious and haven't altered the gameplay at all. So I can just kind of laugh them off.
The freezing.
The freezing, yeah.
The floating.
For those of you who don't know, I uploaded a couple highlights to my YouTube channel, and in one of them, it's an elimination chamber match, which is like 6 people in the ring at the same time. 2 of the people got stuck in the ring posts and couldn't be attacked by any of the other wrestlers, so it was impossible for the match to end. And something similar happened again while I was playing Attitude Era mode. Excuse me. There's one match where you're playing as The Rock, and you're in a steel cage match against Ken Shamrock and Mankind, and the only objective is to win, which is damn near impossible because you constantly have one person coming after you and one person trying to escape the cage. Anyway, at some point in the match, Mankind gets thrown into the side of the cage and gets stuck in the side of the cage. So I was able to just knock out the other guy and escape the cage.
That's one way to do it, I guess.
I think that's about it for me, so...
Unreal?
Oh boy. Video games. Let's
Video
see.
games.
Yeah, video games.
Games video.
In terms of recent, not too long ago, I got Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which I ended up playing all the way through. It kind of started off iffy for me, but it got better. There are things about the game I don't like, but I'd rather not go into it. Aside from, me not really liking the multiplayer that much. But in general, Brotherhood ended up being pretty good. But it still felt like just an expansion to Assassin's Creed 2. But in general, what they added was still pretty fun. And overall, I enjoyed it. Even though I'm not really a fan of the multiplayer aspect they added to the series. Along with that, the same day, I ended up getting Revelations, which was the 4th Assassin's Creed game that was released for consoles. And I really haven't played much of it, so I can't say a lot about it right now. But I'm just saying, it's not starting off on the right foot. That's as much as I'll say. And for $3, along with the Assassin's Creed games, I got Battlefield Bad Company. I played it way back as a rental. It's still pretty good. Not many people play it now since there's Battlefield 3, but I just got it for $3 because it was pretty cheap and I wouldn't mind owning that game. And as mentioned earlier, Halo 4, which I'll be honest, I wasn't really looking forward to. I just really jumped in and ended up pre-ordering it just as to see if the developers would do a good job or not. It's either they prove themselves now or they're fucked for the rest of the trilogy. And
Yeah, because this is a new developer technically.
yeah, this is not Bungie with Halo 4. It's
It's
completely
343
different
Studios.
Industries. Yeah.
Industries, rather.
But I honestly think they did a pretty good job. I'm surprised by it. It's actually pretty good.
Well,
For the most part.
would you
And-
say it's better than Halo 3?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I would. I mean, there's some stuff in 3 that was done slightly better, but I like 4.
What about Halo Reach?
I don't know.
Yeah, that probably would be a tough call. I don't know.
I really don't know. And also not too long ago, I think about earlier this week, actually, or sometime late last week, I got 4 retro games. One of them I can't play. It's not because it doesn't work, it's because I don't have the system. I got Super Mario Brothers 3 in box, and I can't find my old NES, let alone get one at this point. So, yeah, I may as well own that. But I have a quick question. Did the box copy of Mario 3 come with an instruction book? Do you
Well,
think it would?
I imagine so.
Okay, mine didn't. It just came with the box, so no instruction book. But-
My Tony Hawk one didn't come with the instruction book either. It just was the box in the game.
Then I got Super Nintendo titles like Tetris and Dr. Mario, which is a 2-in-1 cart. It's pretty much exactly what it says on the title. It's Tetris and Dr. Mario, and it's still pretty good.
Would you let Malio be your doctor?
I don't know. I really don't know. Then we've got Super Star Wars. Yeah. Game's fucking hard. I gave up.
They usually are.
And along with that, Super Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, the even harder one.
Yeah, the game's fucking hard.
Yeah, it didn't get balanced until Super Return of the Jedi, and even that one's fucking hard.
It didn't get balanced until fucking Indiana Jones. None of the fucking Star Wars games were balanced at all.
I think it'd still be fun though.
Yeah, they're fucking hard, but I don't regret buying them. I mean, I have a Game Genie for a reason. I'm not ashamed. Screw you, Factor 5. It was Factor 5 that made it, right?
I think.
Yeah, it has to be them. They made Indiana Jones on the Super Nintendo. And they made Super Star Wars. So yeah, it's them, man. For purchases, that's it. That's all I got.
Alright, well, that's all for what we got recently. We're always looking for games and deals, so we'll keep you guys up to date as the weeks go, as to what we get. Anyways, next up we've got our discussion topic, which is going to be...
Which we've already kind of mentioned before quite a few times, but
we're gonna talk about it a little more in detail here. The WiiU, it's coming out tomorrow, and basically our thoughts and anything else we can think of to talk about the WiiU. So, Unreal, you being the one in here who has it on pre-order, what are your hopes for the WiiU?
Incorrect. I'm not on pre-order. I'm on a wait list.
Well,
It's
okay.
different.
You're on a wait list, but have you put money down?
No.
Okay.
How the wait list worked was you get put on a list, and when more stock comes in, you get called, and you have 48 hours to pay for it.
And there's a really long wait list.
Yeah, and I got on the wait list pretty early, So when the second batch comes in, I'm like number 1 on that list
Okay,
for
so,
my GameStop.
Okay,
so what are your hopes?
Did you pre-order at GameStop?
Yeah.
Okay, from a scale of 1 to the apparently 250,000 people on the wait list, where do you think you are?
Well, I think it really varies by store, honestly. So answering that is impossible.
I just hope you get it right away, because like GameStop has a tendency to sell their stock regardless of who's pre-ordered or not.
Trust me, when I get called, I'm booking it down there.
Basically, they'll turn into Crazy Taxi and he'll just drive there.
But well, so far, you're the only one who's looking at getting one right now or can afford to get one right now.
Yeah, I've been
What?
saving up. Look at this. You can't see it, but this is my fucking money right now.
Okay, so let me just ask again. What are your hopes for the Wii U? Do you hope it's... Is there anything you're looking forward to? Is there anything you're hoping that'll be on it, or what?
What games do you think you'll get for it when you get it?
More than the Vita.
Well, that's a given, but what would you get?
Let's see. Let's see. Well, consider I'm getting the black bundle, which is honestly the bundle anyone should get if they're getting it. Don't bother with the white one, because
Well, I was
you'll
going
be
to go for the
screwed.
black one if I get it too, so...
Yeah, if you're getting a Wii U, get yourself a deluxe one. It's $50 more, but it's much better in the long run.
How so? Just to let our listeners
It
know.
has more, like, okay, let me put this for example. Say you get Nintendo Land with the white one. You won't be able to install it.
Really?
Because, yeah, it's 8 gigabytes on the white Wii console, and...
Wait, you have to install?
I don't know how it works, honestly. It may have to install like PS3 does, yet you still need the disc. I really don't
PS3
know.
games?
Yeah, but I really don't know. But say you install Nintendo Land to that white console, you can't, because a good number of the profile stuff initially for that system is about 6 gigabytes. Meaning you'll have 2 gigabytes left when you like create a profile, I believe, or just like the initial setup is done.
Wait, why do you need so much space to make a profile?
No, I don't think it's just like profile as in a me you make. I mean like the entire system setup, which is why like some space on PS3 is already taken, even if it's supposedly clear.
Yeah, like hard drive space already taken up space. Like for example, I just recently got a 125 gigabyte hard drive for my Xbox 360 because I had just a 20 gigabyte one for quite a while, and when I installed it, it just said I had like 100 or so gigabytes. So there is a small portion of the hard drive that is used regardless for the system.
It's nothing new.
It just like I just don't understand this generation why you have to install games. I mean, the whole point of console gaming was you buy the game, it works right away. That should be the way it is. If I want to install a game, I'll play it on the PC because that makes sense. But
Well, I hope you're like waiting 10 hours for something.
I honestly don't understand that. Like for years we've been making games for consoles that work right away. We should just keep it that way.
With games these days, they use more and more data, so I think more data has to be used. Otherwise, you would have games with like long load times and such.
I'd take a long load time over having to install the game.
Okay, have fun with Sonic 06 then.
Oh man.
Not that I'll be ever playing that again, but
Oh, we'll force you.
like I understand updates, but just installing a game is dumb. Like I even had to install Monster Hunter Portable Third, and I still had to use the disc to play it. I'm like, if I install it, at least make it so I don't need the disc. But no.
Like I said, it's just installing data because the game already has a lot of data to begin with. So,
But
and
anyways,
if you wanted it fully installed on the hard drive, it would take, and not use the disc, it'd take more space.
this isn't about installing. This is about the Wii U.
Yeah, you kind of sidetracked Zero.
yeah.
In terms of games I want, that's tough to call. Since I'm in the black bundle, like I said, Nintendo Land is a given. I'm thinking about the Mario game. Still not sure about
Super
that.
Mario Brothers, new Super Mario Brothers Wii U.
I'm shit at Mario, pretty much.
Well,
If it's a
even
side-scrolling
if you're
Mario,
not
I'm-
the best at Mario, you can still have fun with it.
Oh, you don't know me. You don't know me. Zombie U, I don't know. I'm calling Red Steel on this, honestly.
Well, let's just hope it's not a Red Steel and that at least it's, somewhat good, or at least pretty good.
Well, I don't know.
Because the concept itself looks pretty cool. I mean, even if zombie games are kind of a bit overdone these days, but zombies are popular, so.
At least with Zombie U, it seems more survival horror, a little bit. In terms of other Wii U titles that are coming out, a lot of them are really just, in terms of launch titles, all they really are multi-platform stuff.
It's kind of like with the launch of the Xbox 360. Like a lot of the launch and early 360 games were ports too. So. But I'm just looking through the games that have been launched here, and there are still some other games that I think would be pretty interesting, like Scribblenauts. Like I actually do like Scribblenauts on the DS. I mean, what other game can you give Cthulhu a top head and try to kill it with a forklift? I mean, but that's also on the 3DS as well. So you could get either or for that if you really wanted it. But yeah, other than that, I mean. You are pretty much right. The rest are just like ports that have already been out or recently or stuff like that. Although one game I do kind of look forward to on the Wii U would be Aliens Colonial Marines, because I'm a fan of Aliens, and even though that the Wii U version will come out later than the other console versions, you have the Wii U tablet with the classic Alien sensor thing and stuff like that. So I think it would be pretty neat.
Even though I haven't played the first one, I'm kind of looking forward to Bayonetta 2, but it's not going to be out for a while.
Oh yeah, the internet pretty much had a diarrhea shitstorm when that happened.
All the dick waffles.
No, it's not for PS Triple and Xbox.
Bunch of entitled little shits. That's what they are.
Thank you. I agree.
I mean, it's not like Nintendo's rescued the IP or anything, because.
But I'd rather have no game than sequel.
They kind of act like they're putting Mario on a Sega console. Jeez.
Oh god.
Or Sega on a Nintendo. Oh wait.
That's why I made that
Hi-yo!
joke. Oh well, and then there's one game that all of us are gonna get for the Wii U.
Yeah, I think we all know what it is. It begins with an M and ends with a E.
I kind of already mentioned it, but yeah.
Monster Hunter 3U. We're pretty much all getting it, and I mean,
Oh, I thought you meant Madden 13.
get out.
Madden 13 doesn't end with an E.
But I mean, these guys all got into Try. I've been playing Monster Hunter since the first game, and 3 is pretty much going to be the expansion of Try.
The expansion is expansion.
Pretty much, it's going to be an expansion of an expansion, pretty much.
Yeah, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate is pretty much it's coming to the Wii U and the 3DS, and what it is the 3DS title that got released in Japan known as 3G. That's what we're getting.
Yeah, I really hope, I'm probably just getting my hopes up here, but I really hope you get to fight Plesioth underwater. And I think I'm the only one here who knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
I haven't fought him, but I know.
All I have to say is hip check of death.
Oh, what a mugging!
But yeah, it is pretty much just like like I said, a port, but with new content and things like that. Which I guess you could argue with some of the versions here on the Wii U that are, or at least versions that utilize the Wii U's tablet controls, such as Batman Arkham City Armored Edition, which uses the Wii U touchpad controls, and then there's Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, which is pretty much like, I guess, the attempt at redemption for Ninja Gaiden 3. But then again, you have other games like Rabbids Land, because Nintendo Land wasn't enough, I guess.
Is that a Rayman Rabbids game?
Probably.
The cover says the perfect party game.
Well, I thought Game Party Champions did that.
Yeah, that's a launch game too. But, yeah.
Don't remind me. That is not a game I'm getting, by the way. Don't you? No. No.
Here's
Not that
the
we're
question.
asking
I know
you
this
to.
isn't on topic, but have you actually looked into any of the other Game Party games to see if anything's changed?
Fuck no!
Like one game's pretty much turned you sour to the whole franchise or series.
Unless you
I should
really
say.
want me to review everything aside from the Kinect game.
I still think you should do In Motion just as like a stupid thing, but
I'll have Shadow Snake do it. I'm not getting a Kinect.
I really wish I would have got that game while he had the Kinect there, because then you could have like
No.
we could have gotten you footage. You would have had to sit down and write and have it not come out for 3 years, but no.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm sorry. You're the one who always says that, so I'm just like, whatever.
Well, yeah, now you delayed Battleship by 5 years.
It's coming out next week.
No, it's
I
not!
expect it next week.
No. What I
Look at
expect
the-
next week is for me to finish my goddamn homework.
Can you save the argument when we get to the updates?
Sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Wii U. What did you guys think when you first heard of the Wii U? Because I honestly was not. I was like, it might be cool, but this was like a year ago. I'm talking about when they first announced it.
Yeah,
Like,
back
what
in
did-
three.
My first
Yeah, what
thought
did you-
was stupid goddamn name.
Yeah.
That made
like-
me think of Kung Pao.
Like I mean, they, like the Revolution was like the perfect console name, and they went with Wii. I was like, okay, I guess Revolution doesn't sell to. I get it. It doesn't sell to the that wouldn't really sell to the casual market, which was one they tried to take up. But I mean, really, the Wii, because it's fun, I guess. No, but Wii U, it's like,
Well,
okay.
it's more original than say the GameCube, at least.
Well, you see, the GameCube is straight to the point. It's a GameCube. There you go. And Super Nintendo, straight to the point. It's a Super Nintendo. But I guess the thing is like they could have picked a way better name. But unless they're still trying to appeal to the casual people, which they've already got a bunch of them sucked in. They're gonna get a Wii.
Well, why
Oh,
wouldn't they
there's not.
continue doing that?
That's true.
Well, yeah, considering there's going to be a Wii Fit U,
Yeah, then there's like a bunch of
which
like
is a hilarious title in itself. Wink, wink.
My body
nudge,
was
nudge.
ready.
Yeah, I love that. Yes, my body was ready.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but then you know, they still have stuff like Game Party and that one thing where it's like, the fitness games with using the Wii tablet, and then there's that one game I think where you like use a microphone in the tablet as like a karaoke cue card
Sing
thing.
Party.
Sing Party, which is also a launch title.
But like when I initially heard of the Wii U, I was just like, it looks like a Wii with a tablet. Is all I said. It's like it's not very interesting. But the more I keep hearing about it, the more excited I am. Like I remember Unreal, you said when you tested it in GameStop at one point, or Walmart, I don't know where, said like there was like no lag between the console and the tablet. Like that sounds like a really good selling point right there. They can make games where there's no interference between the two
This was
things.
only one game, though.
Yeah, but I mean,
Rayman Legends here.
and another thing is like that has to work, because the whole one of the big selling points of the Wii U is that you can play. You don't need to use the TV to play the games. You could use the tablet, as long as you don't need to use tablet options. Which maybe you can do both at the same time, but I don't think you can.
So, if my mom wants to watch some dumb shit on Netflix, I can play on the Wii.
Like, what
Pretty much.
But-
That's
but-
pretty much
but-
what they're marketing.
what did you guys feel about the Wii U at first, and how do you feel about it now?
I thought it was an interesting idea. I mean, just sort of having like a tablet thing, because it kind of harkens back to like back in the GameCube with the Game Boy Advance, the GameCube connectivity, like with games like Legend of Zelda: Four Swords and Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. So I started to think, yeah, if they've done games like that before, so if you can do similar things like that with the new Wii U.
Oh, I have something just to interject real quick. I don't like. They don't have to put a 3D one in here, but they can, like, Nintendo, please put a DS player in this or something.
Yeah, that's what I really
That's like
want.
it is impossible to record DS games, and I like
Let's use an emulator.
Unless you use an emulator, and you know what? They don't run that well on my computer, and I'd like to do it legally, but Nintendo hasn't provided an option. So that was the biggest problem with the Wii. There's one of the things with the Wii that I was like, oh, you've done it the last 2 console generations. You couldn't do it this time with just making the bottom half of the screen use the Wii mode. I mean, maybe there was interference.
Projecting a game like that where it's 2 screens would be kind of weird. Would be kind of difficult to format, I'm guessing. And plus, you have the touchscreen thing. I mean, I know you can still use the touchscreen itself, maybe as the controller, but
that's why I'm saying, please, I'm just saying, please, Nintendo, put at least a DS player in this thing, so I can.
I think the closest we got was using a DS as a controller in the Pokemon game on the Wii.
Yeah, that was close. See, that's one thing that I didn't understand. They can connect the DS to the Wii, but you can't make it so that the screen, the top screen, is the TV screen.
Yeah, it was more or less just to swap information and use the DS as a controller for certain games. That was pretty much it, though.
All I'm saying now is, you have the technology. You have a tablet that has no lag, virtually no lag from what we found between the console and the controller. Please put a DS or 3DS player in this, please. that's all I'm asking.
Maybe they will.
They better. That's all I'm saying, because there's I have a DS library of games I want to LP/review, and I can't record them because, one, I don't have a good enough camera to just direct record it in, and I can't run the emulators very well. So I just want a legal way to do it. So, anyways, I'm sorry I interjected. I just wanted to say that.
That's fine. Yeah, another thing I was going to say is that the sort of the cross playing between the TV and playing a game in your hand, I think was pretty cool, and it's something that the PS3 and Vita didn't really do as what we would expect it would. It's you need to have both copies of the game pretty much in order to do that with that. But the Wii U, it's you can just do it like that, and it's pretty cool. And right now, I mean, the library is just it's mostly just sort of playing catch up, because that's one concern with the Wii U right now is that it just feels like a catch-up console, where it's the Wii U was pretty much on the low end of power.
The Wii
the Wii was on the low end of power compared to the other consoles.
Uh-huh.
So, and then the Wii U is hey, now it's HD and everything, but by the time the new 360 and PlayStation 4 or whatever they want, or they're going to call it, will come out, it'll kind of maybe outperform it, and maybe not as many games will be ported onto the Wii U after that. But then again, that didn't stop the Wii from being really successful. So there's also different factors when it comes to that. But hopefully it's not going to be like the Dreamcast, where at the time it was it was pretty powerful, but it came out so early that it got overshadowed by the other more powerful consoles. But I don't think it'll happen with the Wii U, because with the sales of the Wii, and the Wii U, I think we'll probably keep that up if the massive amount of pre-orders we've seen already is any indication.
Mm-hmm. There's just one thing I want to also say in here. I don't think it's going to be a Dreamcast thing for another reason, just because a lot of people were worried that the newest video resolution, I forget what it's called, 4 something. I'm not sure. It's higher than 1080p, and it's I think it's 4 times 1080p. There was this thing that the PS4 was going to have this in the box when you bought it, out of the box. But now there's been new reports saying, no, it's not going to have that. And that's one of the biggest things that people were saying. It's oh, the Wii U can finally do 1080p, but now that might be out of date soon, sort of thing.
Well, I imagine it's going to be...
So it has a higher P-ness level?
Pretty much. But no, but especially to the people who didn't like the Wii, that's a big selling point to them, because if it does a better pixel resolution, people will buy it just because it has a better pixel resolution. They can make the graphics look better. So that's the only thing that I saw as a potential threat. But I mean, the other thing is, one thing that Rich of Review Tech USA said is that if the next Xbox or the next Sony console don't come out, or even get like even details don't get said next year, they're gonna give Nintendo a huge lead, and they're like, and they won't be, and they might be a little behind if they don't get them out soon. I think Nintendo's putting the pressure on, sort of, on the other companies too, but also trying to get out a console that is up to date and isn't behind this time. So
Yeah, so we can have basically like 3 high-def consoles all on the same level, pretty much.
which would be nice. I mean, Wii was my favorite console of this generation. It wasn't high def, but I still enjoyed it. I just wish that more games would come on it, but because it wasn't HD, it didn't have a lot of games, a lot of cross-platform games on it. Now that it is, it'll probably have more. And now that there's not going to be this, I actually don't know what it's called, 4-something pixel ratio. It's something, but now that it's probably not going to be in the PlayStation 4 or the
Well, that stuff probably won't be mainstream till quite a while.
Exactly. So by the time it is mainstream, all 3 consoles will have it. So, but yeah, that was the only concern I had between the Wii U and the upcoming consoles from the 2 other big companies. So, but like, do you guys have any other thoughts on what you've initially thought of the Wii U and what you think now? Like, Scott, Unreal, you guys have anything to put in on?
In terms of how I felt initially, I was kind of middle ground. I really didn't know what to think. Like, I didn't know, like, what it would be like, how it would work and stuff. But as you can tell, since I'm on a wait list now, my views have kind of changed.
SCR?
Hopefully.
I'm just looking over like this catalog of games that is like either slated to come out at launch or in the near future, and to me, for like right at launch, personally, Zombie U is going to be like a real deciding factor for me, because I've maybe looked into this. Well, no, I have looked into this more than any of the other Wii U games, and it's by far the one that interests me the most. Then again, I'm a survival horror guy, so what do you expect?
I'm just really worried about if it'll get red steeled or something. That's what I don't want to happen.
Yeah, I've heard about. What is the basis of that?
Be a potential killer app for the system and end up being pretty bad.
Or not as good as people were hoping for, like with Red Steel, really, that launched with it.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, Red Steel isn't terrible. Like, me and my brother played, and we thought it was all right. We didn't think it was the greatest game ever, but we thought it was all right. I think my brother played through the whole story mode on it. So,
well, the one Ubisoft game I look forward to is Rayman Legends, but of course that's because I really liked Origins. So,
I really want to try Origins. The more I hear about it, the more I want to try it.
Didn't you try it at Anime North when I brought it?
Yeah, I did. I didn't think it was too impressive, but I didn't play it for very long. So,
well, it gets better, trust me. But anyway, sidetrack.
But anyway, long story short, Zombie U looked into it, kind of interested in how they'll handle like the story aspects of it, as well as certain gameplay elements. Like I saw one clip of where you try to manage your inventory. It's basically a backpack that you carry around, and you have to go through it in real time.
Yeah, through the touchscreen.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess the next thing I should ask is like let's just think off the top of our head some franchises that we like and how they think the Wii U tablet will factor into that. Like, of course, some that come to mind is like Monster Hunter. Like, if it manages the inventory better, like an actual inventory screen on that would be awesome. But let's see, just there's a couple of other examples.
And craft items in the inventory as well.
Yeah, that too. Like, I always like the idea of having the inventory on the second screen on, say, a DS game or a 3DS game or something like that. So, that would be interesting. But then again, like, at the same time, it's like, you could find another use for it. Like, I mean, just an example, the Pokemon games, all it really is your pause screen. So, with your inventory and stuff. So, just thinking off the top of my head, And I know that, I know this probably isn't going to come out for it, but I'd like to at least see what they do with it, like maybe a download port of Crossover. So I will have something to play it on, because I don't plan on getting an iOS device. And it's a game that I pretty much have to look at.
If they have like a WiiWare thing, downloadable service, you know, who knows?
I'm assuming they're gonna have. WiiUware and Virtual Console still. Because those were.
Yeah, they're still having Virtual Console.
And there's also a lot of like Mii integration and lots of social interaction implemented now. So they sort of upped their internet in terms of like the social media and stuff like that.
What? So it's gonna be like PlayStation Home?
But
no.
But again, I'm just thinking like hypothetically, like even franchises that might not have games have come out in the last little while, like things are like
I think they said they were gonna make an F-Zero on the Wii U, maybe.
Yeah, because fans have
I
been
hope
asking
so.
for a new one.
Yeah, I hope so too.
What about a new Stair Fact?
Yeah,
Bloody
Stair.
Oh.
I was just gonna ask you, how do you think a Bloody Roar game would work with the tablet?
I don't know about the tablet. I mean, I think it would just work with like the Pro controller that's coming out for it.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that's what the Tekken Tag thing is going to rely on primarily.
But let's say they did put tablet integration. What do you think they would use it for?
I have no goddamn idea. Maybe for like chain grappling or something?
Grappling. Maybe they make like a new beast system so that you could do like different sort of things with it.
Well, I was talking about just like fighting games in general.
No, but like say they could do like a beast system with it, like a new system, like, or keep track of your skills.
Here's an idea. How about like targeting of body parts based upon where you have the tablet positioned on your opponent?
That's true. With the whole power up attack thing, like the shh. I can't make the sound.
Oh, wow.
I think it would be interesting to see what would a Legend of Zelda or a Metro game would work with the tablet. Like you could maybe have like certain Zelda items that use the tablet in some way, and then in Metroid you could use that as a scanner.
Yeah, play the ocarina on the or whatever instrument, or at this point probably be like a keyboard or something on the tablet screen. That'd be interesting. Or you just got me thinking of something, and now it kind of lost me there. Like, what might be interesting is if they have they said if it's gonna have a scanner in it, like, or a camera?
I think it does have a camera in it.
Like, I was just thinking one thing, like, if they had some way of programming a scanner in it, like I was talking about this the other night, like a card game, like you could use physical cards with it or something. That's just one idea I had.
So basically, an Judgment for the Wii U.
I guess, yeah. But like it'd be interesting to like use actual cards for, say, like a Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh or something, and actually place them on the tablet and have the game identify what the card is.
I think they actually did do something like that in the Rayman Legends trailer. I think that was leaked. That showed off features. It showed people like placing like little Rayman figures, like this little heart thing on the tablet, and it made hearts appear in the game. So something like that could actually work.
Yeah, like if it has that technology, I could see Yu-Gi-Oh games becoming a lot better, and them marketing more cards. But like it'd just be something I'd want to try, because if it actually works, you could have technically what fans have wanted for a long time, a realistic dual disc system.
We have like this giant dual disc attachment accessory for the tablet.
No, I'm not saying an accessory, but just the ability to place one card. Like, say it's your turn and you have a card in your hand, you just play it on there.
You like wear the tablet on your arm like in the show.
What is this, Eye of Judgment?
No. But yeah, that was just one thing that I'm hoping. If they put a scanner in, that's just one possibility I'm talking about.
What?
I'm just imagining a Beyblade game on the Wii U where you like launch your tablet at the TV.
I could use my Beyblades on the tablet.
Oh god. That would scratch the shit out of it.
You buy a base stadium that goes on top of the tablet and has a little, glass piece over the tablet so I can see what Beyblade you're shooting.
Wait, would you have to use the rolling rocker too?
Oh my god!
I'm drinking rolling rock
They need
on
to
the
make a
rolling
rolling rock
rocker.
for the Wii U now.
Oh, why
That'll
would
be,
you?
that'll be news history, maybe.
That'll be for Wii Fit U. The rolling rocker.
But is there any other games you guys would like to see them do something with on the Wii U?
I don't know.
I mean, with this whole tablet thing interfacing with the console.
How about give us a proper Metroid game?
I already said what they could do with Metroid, like you use the tablet to scan something on the TV, you know.
That's only if they go back to the Prime format.
Here's an idea. How about a Mother game?
Yeah, an Earthbound game.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen because Reggie.
Because Reggie.
Even if they re-release Mothers 1, 2, and 3 in a compilation, it's never coming over here. It's never, there's no hope for that.
There's tons of factors that, yeah.
Well, the original, they'd have to let all that stuff slide. Nintendo's just paranoid about their own. They're paranoid about their own stuff ever since friggin' the first Mario Party. That's I hate to blame it, but that's probably one of the reasons why Earthbound isn't on the virtual.
Oh, we could probably look forward to Mario Party 10 on the Wii U.
Yeah. But it's interesting you bring up Mother. I honestly would like to see it's never going to happen, but I honestly would like to see a 3D version of Mother 3 since it was originally supposed to be Earthbound 64. So I'd like to see them try it, but apparently Ape isn't very good at making 3D games, so they've tried to stay away from making them.
How do you think Resident Evil would work on the Wii U?
That's a good question.
Would they do something similar to Umbrella Chronicles or Revelations or?
Revelations would seem more like it, but only if they even decide to do something like that again.
Well, it hasn't. Capcom hasn't started making Resident Evil games on the Nintendo platform, so who knows?
I can't think of anything.
Oh, Fatal Frame.
Yeah.
And not that 3DS Spirit Camera one.
I think Spirit Camera killed it off, unfortunately.
Yeah, just an idea, I guess.
Yeah, but basically we have some pretty high hopes for it.
Yeah, and I'm jumping in head first. Watch me cry if I get disappointed.
No.
Well, hopefully we'll find out in the next podcast. When you get the games, and you can tell.
If I get it by next time.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. Eventually, you can say how they are in the podcast. Eventually.
Yeah, I'll just chuck the tablet on the floor and play the Beyblade while I wait.
But basically, yeah, Nintendo, the ball's in your court. Give us a Mother game. Reggie, still waiting for Mother 3. It's coming, right? It's coming. I'm not gonna stop bugging you until it comes out.
No, here's another Mario.
The game's only 6 years old, but I mean, it better come out.
Here's Mario Silver.
Here's Mario Ice Hockey.
Mario's 3D hockey.
And then you have to place the tablet on the ground to do a slap shot, like with the golf club.
The fate is broken out.
Oh god.
But anyways,
I called playing as a Wario during those fights.
Anyways, that wraps up our discussion of the Wii U, I think. Unless anybody has any other thoughts.
Not that I can think of right now.
Nope.
All right. Well, that leads us into our next segment, and I think we're on updates. I can't really see
Yeah.
the screen.
We should mention.
But we should mention the viewer questions. If any of you have any questions for us to say, we'll answer them in next time in this section of the podcast. You can just go ahead and just comment or say your questions in the comments rather.
If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, leave a comment down below. If you're watching this on the website, there is an option to comment, but you have to sign up for the website. You could easily do that on the sidebar by registering, and then you'll be able to comment. And please don't forget to also retweet the podcast and like it on Facebook if you can.
Make sure if you rate, comment, and subscribe our videos.
Or other videos so we can get as many people
Or
as we
subscribe to
can.
the site so you can tell when we get new videos out.
Exactly.
Yeah. And one last thing, try and ask in general. Don't ask specific people since we switch out. So, like, for example, if Blondie gets a question and he's not here next week, he can't answer it. So, ask us questions in general
just,
and not
just
towards a
general
specific
gaming questions.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't really specify.
No.
Or we didn't
You
specify.
can ask us about other things like conventions and stuff, but honestly, just ask whatever you feel like asking us, but try to make it generalized.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, next podcast, because it's starting off bi-weekly, we'll talk about the viewer questions, or whoever's in here will. And now we're going to talk.
we get any. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully we do.
Yeah. Hope to God.
And we're now going to go into updates, and I guess I'll go first. Updates as to what I'm working on. I will have new Henshin Times coming out soon. I actually have one either going out this week or next week, depending on if I get my Youmacon video done, which is another thing. So you'll either see a new Henshin Time or the Youmacon video from me, depending on what I get done first. Technically, one of them's already done, but I'd like to do the Youmacon video first, so we'll see what happens. There's still something I have to record for it, so... Next, in terms of my next review, I have a crossover review that is coming out in December.
What the hell was that? What was that?
Some of the stuff in my toy box.
Good
Your
job.
literal toy box.
But anyways, I have a crossover review coming out in December with somebody who's not part of the site, but is a good friend of mine and a fellow reviewer. And that'll be coming out, like I said, in December. Not sure when. It could be before or after Christmas. We'll see what happens. As well as Wiz and I are working on a new From 0 to 100, and we're not going to get into what it is yet, but we've already started writing it. So that's just an example of some of the things I have coming out. And Blondie, why don't you go ahead and say what you're working on?
Okay, well, if you saw the very end of the Double Dragon 5 review, you would know that I'm doing a Command & Conquer game, Command & Conquer Renegade. It's actually the first-person shooter game in the series, so, I chose that as a Black Sheep game review because, it's the first-person shooter in a series that's pretty much just known for its real-time strategy game.
It's reverse Halo Wars.
Pretty much, actually, yeah. But in terms of the progress for that review, I'm actually making some decent progress. I've just recently finished writing the script for it. I've already recorded all the footage I need for it, and I recently just started filming for it. And I've got most of what I need filmed done. Although I still need to do one more, I guess, part of it that will probably be pretty difficult because I'm bringing back a character for that review. You'll see how it all plays out when I do get it out eventually. So right now I'm almost done. Pretty much just need to film just a bit more and then just do the narration and throw it all together, and then I'll have a new review out hopefully by this month.
Sounds good. Unreal.
And
sorry.
I just remembered. And then there was stuff like I mentioned earlier, like that. If I have time, I might want to try and start a new review show, sort of on the side kind of thing, besides my bite-sized game reviews, which I haven't really done any lately. But so the point of the other shows I wanted to do is mostly just talk about. It's more of a comparison game reviews rather than just straight up reviews, and they'll be aimed to be more shorter. I just want to get Command & Conquer Renegade out of the way first because. Recording that game with Fraps takes up a lot of my hard drive space, and I kind of need to get rid of the game footage so I can have space again to record other games. So, yeah.
I just remembered that there is a small, quick series I'm gonna do on the side. It coincides with Zero's Maverick Hunting. I'm just gonna call it Quick Hunts, which is basically short reviews of games that I really can't talk a lot about, but I still want to review. So it's kind of ripping off Game Quickie and Blondie's quick reviews, not his bite-sized ones, but his quick ones.
Oh yeah, the one I made.
But yeah, like it's just basically talking about other games. Plus, I'm gonna start a retrospective in the new year, but I'll get more on that once I get closer to working on it. Sorry, Unreal, go ahead.
Ha ha.
What's up?
What's up? And I'm about to try and get a video out on the website.
From Taco Bell?
Yeah, from Taco Bell, sponsored by Mountain Dew Burgers. With the next 8 Got Games, we've been joking about it being delayed and stuff. My goal for Battleship right now is at least by the end of the year, because I do care about college. That's why, like, I really can't really put much time into it, because I got, like, papers to do, I got homework to do, and I really don't want to screw over my classes and stuff. So, and of course, I also have certain days of work, so that takes away from my free time as well. But I can definitely say, with Battleship, the game footage I needed to record is all done. Some of the script is written, not a lot, but it started. And I recorded a few live action things involving the game disc, just so I can, return it and never play it again. I just wanted it out of the household, so I got that filming out of the way. Even though I still have to film some live action. But for Battleship, I don't have a date. I'm hoping at least by the end of the year, or as a joke, on my birthday next month. Yeah, that'd be something else. One thing I do want to get out a little more consistently than that, though, is a different series that I kind of had an idea of brewing for quite some time. It's called Menu Madness. It's pretty much just I go and review a single fast food item and stuff. Like, I already have 2 videos recorded for different types of one particular sandwich they released at McDonald's recently, and I'll have those up when they're done. I just really have to edit it, and that's it. And Zero, I may need help. I just want like a short intro that you could probably make. Is that okay?
Yeah, I could probably whip you one up.
Yeah, I'll give details to you later, but yeah, Menu Madness, expect that to be a little more consistent. And yeah, I know it kind of makes me look like a fat ass, but what I do in it is, aside from reviewing the actual food item, I do give out the how much fat it has, how much calories it does, so I can just inform you that if you're watching your weight, be aware of this if you want to try it out, or in general, don't go to fucking fast food.
Well, I mean, you're not as big as me, so it's not as bad as if I was reviewing food.
I'm expecting Angel Halo to do this. He should be doing something like this.
Burger Time reviews with Angel Halo.
It could work. I'm being honest.
He does talk about food a lot.
But
it could be honest, but he should just restrict himself to pizza and burgers. If he does that, that'd be brilliant. Please, Angel, I'm serious. If you really want to do it, like, I can approve of it.
Oh god.
I'm just doing fast food. You can do burgers and pizza. But
I take it you're not going to review the Dorito shell taco?
Oh, I will. I'm just saying fast food, meaning I can, like, any fast food chain. Even if I go to a Sonic one day.
Taco Bell is fast food.
Yes, that's why I'm saying it's part of it.
Oh, okay.
I can review Taco Bell, I can review McDonald's, I can review Wendy's, Sonic.
Okay, we get it.
Alright, then you should have a spin-off show when we, like, go to restaurants or cons and call it Unreal's Fine Dining or something.
No!
Or Menu Madness Fine Dining.
No, that's if I go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Restaurant.
But anyways, is there anything else you got?
One more thing. A lot of con videos I didn't finish, which I'm just calling Unreal Travels now.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just cons. They can be special stuff too. Like, I only have one non-con related video for that, but everything else is all convention related.
Alright, well.
That's about it for me.
Alright, well, and that leaves SCXCR. What have you got coming up?
Yeah, about that. I am currently working on the next episode of the Bloody Roar retrospective. I know I said at the end of the last one that it isn't going to be on Primal Fury. I still don't want to give away what it is just yet, but it's something that I'm not sure some Bloody Roar fans realize exists, and it's also going to take a lot of time to get out, although I'm hoping to have it out by at least Christmas. But it's something that's entirely in Japanese, so it's going to take some time to get through. And beyond that, I do have the next episode of SC On lined up. Again, I'm not going to say what that is yet, but it's another thing that's fighting game related.
Fighting Bonanza from SCXCR.
All fighting all the time.
Like Bloody Roar,
Yeah,
like War
everything.
Gods. Well, you're probably gonna like the rest of this.
I hated War Gods.
Well, you gotta have the good and the bad, you know?
You take the good, you take the bad, you mix them together, and then you have my opening statement.
But some things that I may not do for the site, but that I'm just sort of doing in general. I'm trying to get together a new I Want to Play. I know what I'm going to do. I just want to make sure that I can actually like play through it and do decently well at it to be able to show off everything that the game can offer, or not offer in some cases.
That'd be interesting. You haven't made one of those in a long time.
Yeah, and also just brief music update. I'm working on a cover of the Uniracers theme, which I'm hoping to have out again by Christmas.
Cool.
It looks like the summer where you get stuff done is turning into the winter where you get stuff done.
Well, I have winter break coming up, so
True.
Pretty much. Was there also a wrestling thing you were doing, or?
oh yes. Thanks for reminding me. I am creating a ton of customized characters in WWE 13, and even a customized arena and stuff like that for something that I'm working on.
That'll be coming in the new year, from what I understand, right?
Yeah.
Not,
And it's pretty much based off of us and
It's based off of
associates.
us and shenanigans.
pretty much.
Yeah, us and our friends and a whole bunch of stuff like that. Yeah.
So if you like
And-
us and shenanigans,
And I'm still deciding whether or not I want to upload these to community creations or not. I think that's mostly up to you, since a lot of them basically are you.
wait, what are you talking about?
Are us?
Oh,
Eh,
whatever.
I don't know, but if the listeners here actually do want to play as us in WWE 13, I guess it would be kind of
Especially with
offer.
Scott's hilarious intro.
Oh yeah, that
Intros,
reminds me,
yeah.
I do have one thing that's on community creations already, and that's the zombie version of Booker T. I call them Booker T virus. It's on community creations right now. Go download it.
For the Xbox version?
Yes, for 360 version.
Xbox.
yeah.
It's one of like 5 Booker T's that's online right now.
But is that all for your updates?
That's it for me.
All right, well, that will do it for our updates. And now we're getting into the closing part of the podcast. Like we said before, if you could check out our videos on RiverCityGamers.wordpress.com, which you may be seeing this podcast on, or on the YouTube channel. But please go to the site, check it out. Also, if you have Twitter and Facebook, tweet the podcast and like it on Facebook. If we post it there, well,
Whores!
pretty much. Well, I'm just trying to promote us. I mean,
Whores!
so,
Whores!
like,
Whores!
a good chunk of video views comes out of promotion, so that's why I'm trying to do it. It's not whoring. Okay, maybe.
Comment, subscribe.
But
Promotion!
as well as we do have a new person on the site, Oni Rakaku, who does his RDR podcast. It's a wrestling podcast. That's one of the newest features on the site. Check it out if you're into wrestling. As well as the Tokusatsu Corner is updated every week until the mid-December when we're taking a month-and-a-half break. So those are the other 2 podcasts on the site that you can look forward to. And yeah, we're going to try and update as much as we can. So on behalf of River City Gamers, I just want to say thanks for watching. And this is Zero.
And this is Manga Gamer.
Unreal.
And SCXCR.
Saying good night, good day, and we bid you adieu. See you next time.
And eat your
Have
bag
fun.
milk.
Do.
Shut up!